Welcome back to Crafting Chemistry, where each week we do a little craft and we meet a new Charlotte single. And this week we have Britt.
It's Brittney, bitch.
It's Brittney, bitch. I literally said, send me a bio. And she goes, it's Brittney, bitch. And I was like, that's perfect.
I didn't know what to say.
I love it. Well, you have plenty to say now.
I have plenty to say now. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm
Thanks
excited.
for coming on. We're
You're
doing
welcome.
festive things today.
I wore my Christmas sweater.
She did.
I wore my snowflake ring.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
Love it. We're going to decorate a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of reminds me of the ceramic ones that you used to buy with the lights on it that used to be at the grandma's house. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, it's funny you say that. I just took all my Christmas decorations out, and I have two ceramic, a Mrs. Claus and a Santa Claus. I almost said Mr. Claus. And they're the old ceramic. But listen, my dad's mom, my grandma, I never met her. She passed before I was born, painted them.
Wait.
So they're literally like this. She painted them, and I have them right when you walk in my upstairs.
Wait, carrying on tradition.
I know.
Cute.
Super cute. So this will go right in between them.
I love it. All right. Didn't know I was going to get all sentimental in here already today.
Sorry. We'll keep it light and fun.
No, I love sentimental. I'm a sappy girl. It's fun.
Same.
Well, welcome, Britt.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from Syracuse, but you've been in Charlotte for how long?
Been in Charlotte for 11 years. I moved here in 2014.
Okay.
So yeah, going on, well, May will be 12 of next year, but been here for a very long time.
Yes.
I do take pride in being from New York. I love that I'm from New York.
We have so many fun. Yeah, you can start now. Okay. Pick it up and see where it goes.
What? We have a lot of friends from New York. Yeah, we do. We really do.
We love New York.
Okay, guys, I am not. Well, I think I am a good multitasker, but when it comes to like painting and crafting, this is going to be tough for me, so bear with me.
No, you're crushing it already.
Okay, a little bit about me. From upstate New York.
Yes.
I take pride in being from New York. I came down here because my mom's job moved my parents down here. I was still in college. So they moved down here when I was literally still a senior.
Oh, wow.
So then when I graduated, it was kind of funny. Long story short, because no one cares about these like stupid little details. Like that was literally a decade ago. Mm-hmm. But I was going to be a physical therapist. That's what I was going to college for.
Oh, wow. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
Not PT.
So I was a bio major. I was a little nerd. I'm a little nerd at heart. And I had to graduate. And I don't know if it's still this way now, but you had to go get your doctorate. Basically, like you had to do 4 more years of school to be a PT.
Oh, wow.
And I just remember like graduation was approaching and I was like, I don't want to do 4 more years of school. Like I was just about to be done. All my friends were done.
Right?
Yeah, it was. I just like really didn't want to do it. So graduation was approaching and I remember calling my parents and I was like, change of plans. I'm not going to go get my doctorate and become a physical therapist. Like, can I just move to Charlotte and live with you guys for a minute? And they, of course, were just like, yeah, of course, come on down. So literally the day after graduation, I packed whatever belongings I had, which were not a lot. It was just whatever I had in my college house.
Yeah.
Put them in a box, got on a plane, and moved in with my parents in good old Mint Hill, North Carolina.
Wow.
Yep.
Mint Hill's kind of blown up, too.
I know.
Are your parents still in Mint Hill?
They now are in Denver by Lake Norman.
Nice.
Yep, but they're still here.
And you're still here,
And
so
I'm
you must
still
like
here.
it a little bit.
I love Charlotte. I really do.
Okay,
I love Charlotte a lot.
You were going to be a physical therapist, but now you are a
I'm
mortgage broker.
I'm a mortgage broker.
And you are a very successful mortgage broker.
Thank you. I
You've
am.
really built your own brand and are kind of a boss and CEO.
I give all the credit to the company I work for. Shout out Loan Pronto. Because we have a very unique and different type of business model than a lot of brokers do. Like a lot of loan officers are cold calling or the company's buying leads or they're, out networking and mingling with agents and building relationships, which obviously I should be doing no matter what. But the way our boss built this company, almost all of our leads are just organic. It's people going to our website or calling us.
A dream.
Literally a dream. I know, because you do outside sales.
A dream. I would love some inbound calls.
And now that I've been in the industry for a very long time, so I've been a loan officer. I've been at the company for 8 years. I started as a processor, but I've been a loan officer for 7 years.
Wow. And you've owned a couple homes, right, already?
Yep, I own 2 homes.
Wow.
But I was going to say, being in the industry for a while, I know a lot of other loan officers now that have worked at plenty of brokers, and they're like, there's nothing like Loan Pronto.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've set yourself up nicely.
Yeah, I got very lucky.
Lucky, but also you're talented. Like, there's
Thank
something
you.
to say about customer service aspect side of
Yeah.
things. So you're very good at your job.
I'm very professional.
You balled out. You bought 2 homes.
Yes,
That's
I did.
incredible.
Thanks, sis.
As a woman of, how old are you?
33.
As a woman of 33. You're crushing
That was
it.
a nice roundabout way to get to my age.
Thanks. I had to sneak it in. But no, I mean, that really is very impressive.
Just kidding. I'm trying to not care about my age. If you can't tell, it's clearly bothering me.
I love my 30s. I love
Yeah,
them.
bitch, because you're married.
No, that's not why. I wasn't married when I started 30s. I was like, I'm going to be single forever.
No, I'm literally kidding.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but you already are crushing it in career, and then adding to your career, you have your own podcast.
I do.
Home with Friends. And to be quite honest with you, like, I'd always wanted to do a podcast. Didn't know what that was before Crafting Chemistry. But then I saw, like, you started it, and it's really impressive. Like, she's doing everything herself. So, again, just to commend you.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate
figuring
that.
it all out yourself. Podcasting is a lot.
It really is. It's super fun. I love it. If you were to ask me if we get into hobbies, like right now, that's my number one hobby. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing outside of my full-time job and hanging out with my friends. So it's still fun. I'm making sure that it's fun, because the second it's not fun anymore, I'm not going to do it, and like I really don't want to give up on it. So
I don't think you should. I think you're really good at it.
Thank you. So, but I was going to say it gets very frustrating. It gets very tedious. Like when you're recording, or the audio goes out, or the video goes out, or you have mishaps, or something with the editing. Like there's just so many things that can go wrong, but it's all a learning curve.
It is. And like, it's something that you're interested in. I love how you blend into yours. Obviously, Home with Friends is about realty and all of that, but also incorporates, different people's successes, and I don't know, you just have a good variety of people that come on your show.
Thanks. Yeah,
So
and kind of same as you, like you just kind of let things organically morph into whatever they morph into. Like, yes, I started it. It's called Home with Friends because I'm recording home at my house with my friends, and I wanted to talk about people's real estate journey, their home ownership, their rentals, primaries, whatever. But I also that's like also kind of boring if we're being honest. So I wanted to tie in finances. People are always interested in money. How much money are people making? What are people spending? And there can be like an educational side to that, tips, tricks, whatever. But then just our personalities, like we're going to make it fun.
Yeah.
And our friends are fun. So it's been good. And then I've had episodes that have literally nothing to do with any of that. Like literally my friend who's a psychic, we did a full-blown live podcast event with her.
That was so
and
cool.
talked to nothing about real estate or money. So that's how that goes.
I love it. So
Amber,
basically,
I'm not doing
she's
great here.
successful. No, you're doing amazing.
I think I'm like scared to get it on all these other parts.
You're doing wonderful. It'll all blend in.
This is the perfectionist in me. Oh, I was supposed to do a different color green for a different layer.
You can do it on top of it, and
You're right.
it'll build the color up.
We're going to build here.
You don't have to follow the instructions totally. I mean, this is your Christmas tree. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Okay, so
My tree, my choice.
let's talk dating history. My tree, my choice. Let's talk dating history.
Okay.
You're single. You're a gorgeous girl. You're independent. How many relationships have you been in? Kind of like breeze us through if you want to.
Well, not many. I mean, do we count like high school and college? I had a high school boyfriend and a college boyfriend, which again, I feel like you're a child. But then in my like,
you are, baby.
You know, it doesn't. I feel like those don't really count. At this age, like at this point in life, those feel like they don't count anymore.
This big age.
Exactly. After college, so basically when I moved in Charlotte, I've had 2 relationships.
Okay.
That's it.
Awesome. And how do we feel about those? What did we learn from those relationships?
What did we learn from those relationships? Well,
Well,
I'll start with the first one.
okay.
What did I learn? I mean, I learned more about, I feel like that's such like a pick me answer. Like I learned about myself, but really like
It's not.
looking back at like the first relationship, I think enough time has passed. I mean, that's been literally like 6 years.
Yeah.
So enough time has passed where I obviously can look back at it with a better perspective. There's no emotion involved. You know what I mean? Like I can have a more mature outlook on it, where if you asked me this probably right after, I wouldn't have probably had the same answer. But now I was very childish in that relationship. Like obviously it takes two. So I'm not blaming either one of us for why it didn't work out.
Right.
But like when I would get upset or mad, I would like stonewall a lot, which is just so unhealthy. I don't know. I just feel like
instead of resolving
yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't communicating. I always have said like, oh, I'm such a good communicator. But then I look back, I'm like, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
I think that's a learned skill for some people. And like, that's the beauty of, I guess, past relationships, to not completely like, you know, there's positives in past relationships too, because it makes you who you are today and better for your forever person is how I look at it.
Yeah, 100%. So, and then I feel like I did a better job with that in my second relationship. Like, I feel like I was always like, we need to talk about this. Like, let's sit down. Let's work through this. Like, we're not moving on until we figure this out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You live and you learn.
You do. What have you learned to look for in your next partner from your past relationships? Like, what are you hoping for?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe you weren't getting.
Yeah, like a lot of the past stuff or past relationship. What am I trying to say? I learned a lot about what I don't want for sure. Here's my thing. It's more about like me, right? Because it's all relationships. It's like, it's a mirror. Everything's a reflection.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Love that.
It's true. That's why I just got a tattoo of it. It takes me a very long time to get into a relationship with somebody. Mm-hmm. That's why I haven't been in a lot. But then once I do, it's like
You're all in.
All in.
You're all in.
Which is great. And I love that quality about myself.
I do too.
But thank you. But it's more of like, I'm almost like overly forgiving, overly patient, overly benefit of the doubt. Like, it's like I don't want to let something go. You know?
Yeah.
If it's not the right person or right time.
Yes.
Which, I don't know. I think that's relatable. I feel like a lot of people are like that. Maybe not. Who knows?
No, they are. I think, okay, so not to, I guess, bring too much of my past into it too, but I think we're good friends. I didn't mention that. We've
actually known each other for a very long time.
Yeah, we have. I think, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been here 5.5 years. But we have a lot of similarities, I think, of personality traits. And in past relationships, like, I think we're people pleasers sometimes. I think we see the good in everybody, and that's what we hold on to. And while that is an amazing quality, it can get us in a pickle every now and again. But what I would say to you and to you is that you've really grown and you're in your healing journey. And I think you know what you want now. And I mean, I think a big part of that is peace, and you're not going to compromise on that. And I think you're just really looking for someone to complement. I don't know. You're already settled in to such a good life.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just with age too. Like, I'm older now. I'm not in the streets anymore like I used to be. Like, I used to be running around. I used to be partying. I used to be having fun. So those were the type of guys that I was aligning with at that time, because that's where I was too.
Yes.
Again, it's all a mirror.
It is.
So I'm just not there anymore. So I just need I need someone that's also not in the streets. I need someone who's not doing drugs.
Yep.
I need somebody who is just also settled in their life and happy and independent and has their friends, feels good in their career, and that we can just kind of complement each other's lives. Like, it shouldn't be, we should only make each other better, really.
100%. So, question for you. As someone who is already extremely successful by themselves and has established themselves, would you find it hard being with someone not as established?
Yeah, and it's funny because most of the I've only had like 2 relationships down here. Were my first relationship, I don't even like to do this because people know who I dated. So they're going to be like,
I think it's okay.
That's that person. That's that person. It hasn't always been that way. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And I never cared. I really never did. It's because I don't care. I don't know. I go back and forth on the money topic of like, does he need to like make a ton of money?
Yeah.
It's like, I used to always be like, no, I don't really care. But at the same time, yeah, I do care, of course, because I want to buy another house next year. That's my goal.
Oh, fun.
That's one of my goals. Yep. I want to buy another home. Like, I want to start building a portfolio. I want to have more houses, more investment properties.
Yeah.
So it's always easier to do with somebody else, you know? So if I meet somebody, whether we're buying a house together, moving into it, and then like he already has a house, then we can use that as an investment property. I just think more like long-term with investment in real estate. That'd be nice. You need to have money for that. And then just in general, like, I don't want to worry. I don't want to stress about money. I want to be able to go on trips. I want financial freedom.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, what was the question? Do
you find it hard? Like,
do I find it hard
when you're looking for your next relationship? Do you think it would be hard for you to be with someone who wasn't as successful as you are?
You know,
they don't have to make
well, it's interesting because I actually, if I'm being so deep and honest,
I love that.
I think it's easier to be with guys that aren't as successful because there's a little bit of a power trip in there subconsciously where it's like, I almost like feel, I don't know. A lot of guys I've met that make a lot of money love that they make a lot of money, flaunt that they make a lot of money, that they hold their identity in making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I actually don't connect with that.
Yeah.
Like that
you don't
actually
find that attractive.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I actually hate that.
Yeah.
The second a guy sits there and talks to me about like how successful he is and how much money he makes, I want nothing to do with it.
That's interesting.
So it's interesting because I don't find it attractive, so I'm not ending up with it. So it's weird.
That is weird. I think, so for me, I used to be on the same wavelength of like, obviously, we're lying if you say you don't want someone to have, you know, a little bit of money when they bring to the table.
Humility, though.
Yeah, it's humble pie. Are they eating that humble pie? I think, you know, maybe you haven't met humble pie. Maybe you haven't met someone yet that like is successful and is humble. But I think a big part of male identity is a lot to do with aligning with career.
Yeah.
And sometimes why relationships don't succeed. It's funny, I was talking about this with one of my guy friends. Is because they don't have that sense of security sometimes. So maybe they act out more or they don't feel like they can provide.
Right. They're insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need like stable, grounded, calm energy.
Yes.
Like,
okay, that's good to know. Like, let's talk about your type then.
That is my type. I really need like cool, calm, and collected.
That's so interesting because I would think that you would want someone that was like bouncing off the walls. She said no, get out of my face.
I have a hard time even with people like that as friends, to be honest. Like just not even romantic, just in any type of. I know a lot of people like that just have very chaotic energy.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to be around.
Yeah. Well, you're calming yourself.
I just get very like overstimulated or stressed out. I feel like, I don't know. I need very calm. I need to be able to come to you when I'm like stressed out, I'm freaking out, I need help, and I need you to be able to like calmly talk me off the ledge.
Yeah. I just talked about this in my solo episode. Like, what do you think is going on in the dating pool today? Like, what is your synopsis on it?
Charlotte, I think like we're all just, I don't know. I don't want to be negative.
I think it's good to be negative. I think
there's a lot of high quality women. And I think the high quality men aren't where we're going.
They're hiding.
They're literally hiding. So I think it's on us as women to go put ourselves in different environments to meet different men.
Totally.
Because women want to complain that there's no good men, blah, 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 but they're going to the same spots every single weekend or the same restaurants or hanging around with the same people. Isn't that the definition of insanity?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Like, I do think that there's good men here. I just think maybe there's not as many, so we have to go find them.
Yes, I think that too. I think it's good to put yourself out there, but I think that's difficult for people that are maybe more introverted. So then, of course, are you on the apps?
I'm not on the app.
Peace. She's choosing peace.
Yeah, I'm not an app girly.
Were you at one time?
Nope.
No.
No. Never been an app girly.
Wow. I love that.
I went on them. Let me think when this was. This had to be like 2022. I was actually up visiting my friend Shaylee. She lives up in Long Island, and she made me, oh my God, I'll never forget. We can Google what year this was. It was when Pete Davidson and Kim were on SNL, and they kissed on that SNL episode because we were watching it on her couch.
I forgot they dated.
Well, she made me download the apps. So I downloaded the apps, but I put like Charlotte as my location.
Yeah.
And it was the first guy that popped up. I was like, oh, he's cute. I like matched him, and then I deleted it. And then I came back and we like had a situationship for 6 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'm one and done there.
So I was on the app for 1 second, and I guess I had a success story.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your success stories. Best and worst date. I always like asking people this question because no one's really had a bad date in Charlotte. Are you continuing that train or?
Well, I don't really go on dates, so
period.
I'm not a good person to ask.
She said, come find me or don't.
Come find me or don't. Let me see. Have I had any bad dates? Well, I don't want to say it's a bad date. Like, the date's fine, but after I Ubered to the date, and then he drove, and after he was going to give me a ride home, and his car was disgusting.
Ew, really?
Yeah, it had, like, fast food, like, a McDonald's bag, and, like, it was just gross. Like, literally gross. It smelled like ass. And I was like, that's going to be a no from me, dog.
So you were like going to get in his car and you're like,
oh,
no,
I got
I'm
in the
good.
car and he brought me home in that car. I had to like move a freaking Big Mac wrapper out of the way. But point is, I never saw him again, obviously.
Did he try to contact you?
I think he got the hint. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So when I'm not in the mood or I'm not feeling something, you know immediately I'm working on it.
I'm going to steal some of your green. Do you have any left?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in there.
I'm all out. I can't finish my tree.
So I think he got the vibe. I don't really remember if like the next day. I'm not like a ghoster, so I would have been like, hey,
Right.
date was nice, but I'm not feeling it or something. I'm sure I sent some message like that.
Cute.
And that was that. So that was kind of like a bad ending to a date.
That's a bummer. But
Yeah.
that's good. Stuff like that you can
Yeah,
see.
like if his car was clean, let's put it this way. If his car was clean,
Yeah.
I probably went on a second date with him.
Would you let someone move into your house? Or do you think time apart is good?
Well, those are two separate questions because I think, no, it's fine. It's just like, I look at those two things differently.
Yeah.
I think time apart is good. I'd like to have our own space, but if we're talking about moving in together and it makes more sense logistically to move into my place, yeah. I was actually going to do that with someone at one point.
Yeah.
But again, now that I look back, I'm like, wait, my space, first of all, I love my location. I really don't ever want to move because I can walk everywhere. I just love where I live.
Your house is great.
And I love my house. Everything has a place. Like it's just like someone moving into it, I don't even know where they would fit. I don't know where their clothes would go. My closet's full. My guest room closet's full. Like, I don't want to rearrange my stuff. And then what? They're going to have to bring in their furniture. I love my furniture.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I would make it work if we like absolutely had to, but I would prefer not to. I would prefer no. I'd prefer let's move into a separate spot together. I don't even want to move into your spot. I like my spot. I'm not moving into your spot.
You want to create new memories together?
Yes. I want to get a new spot together that's ours.
So your third property that you want to buy, is it here or is it somewhere else?
It'll be here in Charlotte.
Nice.
I don't know where yet, but definitely.
Do you ever
in
want a
Charlotte.
vacation property?
Yeah, of course. That's the long-term goal. I'd love a beach house. But that's more down the road for me. That's like when I have a family, so like the kids can go and enjoy it.
Yeah, speaking of kids, I actually found this out about you the other day when we were getting drinks. I didn't know you wanted so many kids.
Yeah, I do. Okay, listen guys, I'm 33 years old, so
She's young.
We have a biological clock here, so this is hopes and dreams, but I would love 4 kids.
I love that.
I would love that. I think realistically, I'll probably have, I definitely want like 2 minimum. 2 minimum. I feel like 3 is probably in the cards, and then 4 will be like,
Would you date someone with kids moving forward?
No.
No.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Figured it was good to ask.
Yeah, been there, done that. It's hard to say. It's hard to say like I would never, because I've said I would never with a lot of things in my life, and then I've done it, which is okay and fine. There's always an exception to a rule. There's always like a certain situation where things make sense, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me like cut and dry, if I could choose, then no, I don't want to date someone with kids.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Going back to the conversation of like why dating is hard, I talked about this, I think in my solo episode of like, it's funny doing this and talking to a lot of people about what they want on and off camera. And I think a lot of people have this checklist. Mm-hmm. And if someone, and I used to think this way too. I was like single and like in a headspace where I was like, no one's breaking this. No one's cracking this egg. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
You're
not hard boiled.
No, I'm hard boiled and I'm never cracking. It would be so funny. I would go out and I'd be like, oh yeah, you can talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. And you think that, you're going to get my number. We're going to be whatever.
Yeah.
But I think people have this checklist, and if one thing goes wrong or they get the ick one time, they don't give it another shot.
Yeah, I can't relate to that.
No?
No.
That's good to know.
I can't relate to that. But again, it's more of like, I'm like, I just see past one little ick. You know what I mean? Like I'm overly,
You let the icks continue?
Yes.
Wait, what's your biggest ick? What's your biggest ick though?
My biggest ick is like a guy that does blow.
Yeah. Do you think...
Or like vapes, or just like is in the streets.
Yeah. In the streets.
No, literally, like it just... Now, obviously, these answers change with time, but that's where I'm currently at, because I feel like literally at my age, when I'm out...
Here? Like,
yes, it's definitely 100% a problem here.
Yeah.
But when I'm out and I'm around that often, I'm just like looking around, I'm like, ugh, I could never date any of these men.
That's crazy. I think I'm so like oblivious sometimes to that kind of stuff.
I mean, I have a list in my phone if you want me to pull it out of like...
I would love that.
Things I want in a man.
Please. She's thorough. A checklist.
I'll be at the club and be like, guys, no blow. Okay, like I'll add to my list. Okay, let's go through this.
Fun.
All right, here we go. Look at the top ones.
I'm locked in. Oh, you went away. She was being serious about her.
Guys, this list is pretty long.
No, I want to hear it all. Wait, I'm locked in.
Well, I'm going to read them first because I have no idea what I write in this note. This is an ongoing note that I add to often. Okay, no coke, no vapes, must be athletic, be proud of me, support me, don't tell me what I can and can't do with my looks / body / etc. I wrote
Snaps.
Mustache, cool, question mark, cool, goatee, cool. What I mean by this is like, if I'm dating someone and he comes at me and like comes to me and says like he wants to change his hair or do something, I'm gonna be like, great, do it, babe, love it. You're sexy no matter what. So if I want to dye my hair red, you're not gonna tell me I can't dye my hair red.
Perfect.
You know, because there are men out there that literally would be like, no, don't do that. Don't cut your hair. Don't color your hair. Don't get that tattoo. You know,
a hype man. You need a hype man.
Yes.
I thought Tanner was going to be like, don't cut your hair. Everyone that I asked was like, I'm going to cut my hair. They were like, it was like a visceral reaction from them. They're like, don't do that. And Tanner's like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
it.
See?
Yeah, you need that. It's
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
First of all, I told you to do it.
No, you did. But most people were no.
Values loyalty, supports their friends. Let's pause on supports your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heavy on supporting your friends. This goes for girls and guys. I just think it's so interesting when people don't. It's like, okay, why aren't you? Obviously, I can't answer that question for these people, but why? Is it because you think what they're doing is like corny or stupid, and like you posting it or whatever is going to make you look corny and stupid? Because guess what? You look corny and stupid by not posting it, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just weird to me.
No, it is weird. It's probably controlling if they don't support you.
Isn't in the streets. Doesn't think I'm woo-woo for believing in psychics and astrology and the universe. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm very spiritual.
Okay.
And
spiritual, any religious component to
I'm not
that?
religious.
Okay.
But I'm very spiritual. And I just would like a guy that, I don't need you to be on the same level as me, because I have friends and family that I love very much that do not believe in psychics. Or some stuff that I believe in, and we get along just fine.
Yeah.
But don't like laugh at me when I'm talking about it. Don't
100%.
Don't like yuck my yum, you know?
Listen to me. Listen and keep your opinion to yourself if you don't like it.
Yeah. Or, not even that. You don't even have to keep your opinion to yourself, but be respectful with your opinion.
100%.
Because the sign of intelligence is being able to hear a different opinion and like change your mind on something.
100%.
So,
and I think the world is lacking that today.
I do think that as well. So politics.
Yeah.
We might not completely align on politics, but, and it's sad that nowadays politics today are not what they were when I was growing up. Like when I was in school learning what Democrat versus Republican was, it was like the working class versus the rich. Like it was just very different.
Yeah.
Now there's just so much, obviously, that's polarizing with it.
It's mucky.
So it shouldn't even be part of politics in my opinion, but like women's rights, my tree, my choice.
My tree, my choice.
Like things like that. It's like, as a man, don't tell me what I can and can't do with my body.
Yeah.
And if you feel strongly about that, then like we're not meant to be. Like, it's you can.
Well, I think it's good to bring that up because I haven't really talked about that with people in here. It's something I'm trying to take more offline and let people figure it out. Like once I set them up on a date. Politics are either super, super important to people or they're not. And when I mean that, just because it's super important to someone, maybe it doesn't mean that they couldn't be with someone who's either a Republican and or a Democrat or someone who's in the middle.
Right.
To your comment, I think that can exist in couples.
Yeah. One of my best friends is very left, married to someone very right.
Yeah.
So like it can happen, but my point is like fuck ICE. Fuck someone telling me what to do with my body. Like there are so many things I feel so strongly about, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't say politics are like a huge part of my life or something I care about.
Yeah.
Like if you come in and you're so gung-ho about like this tax law, good for you. I don't
tax law.
But I'm saying, like there's so many different things to be passionate about. So I'll respect you, you respect me.
Yeah.
And if you can't, like if you're so hardcore against that, then like that's weird to me.
It's important. I think it's important. And that's why again, on here, I don't think I've brought it up yet because I think it's so different for each individual person that, it's just so mucky these days. So politics are important, but not important. Basically, they're not important to you, but you want someone that can listen to you, hear you out. Yeah. And have a good conversation, and then you move forward.
Right. Like, exactly. Like, politics itself isn't actually important to me, but there are some issues that nowadays are unfortunately political that I don't think should be, that's more human rights. And, like, be a good, kind, compassionate human and care about your neighbors.
Be a good human.
And care about your neighbors and your friends and things and, like, whatever. It's more about being a good person, but, again, unfortunately, it's become political.
I agree with,
Also, this is a big one. No lingering baggage.
Oof.
I'm so serious because
it can be
by the way, everything I'm saying, like I can bring to the table. So like, I'm not asking for something I can't deliver, So when it comes to, I'm just saying.
And that's on that.
I just mean like, when I say no lingering baggage, like you do not have to worry about an ex hitting me up. You don't have to worry about like a drunk text. You know, like I don't have like when I'm done, and it didn't work out for a reason and I'm moving on.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I feel like that's another thing with the dating culture is so many people have so many casual things just because they don't want to be alone. Because they can and because they don't like to be alone.
Wait, we've talked about this. I want to expand on the being alone thing.
People don't like to be alone, which is human nature. Listen, we're not meant to be alone.
It's fine.
I know, but like if we go way back, we're meant to be in community, okay?
Yeah.
That's where it takes a village even comes from.
Right.
We're meant to be in community, and you know, even monogamy, that's a whole nother topic. But like none of that's even technically really like natural. That's besides the point. My point is it's okay to not want to be alone. That's a natural human feeling. But unfortunately, people take that and then they go attached to other people just to feel comforted, people that aren't good for them. Then they're hurting people in that process. They're hurting themselves. They're not actually getting deep within themselves and like what's actually happening. I don't know. I feel like obviously you can tell I get like really passionate about this stuff. So for me, it's like I just feel like there's a lot of people that have girls and guys on their roster.
Of course.
And I don't need that. If you're coming to me, like I don't want there to be any lingering baggage.
No.
Period. Don't
bring it
come
up.
single as fuck.
Yeah. Very single. Ready
like
to maybe
single
not
as
even
fuck.
mingle.
Right.
I think, you know what? I think there's something to be said about that. And just to kind of back you up there, I think maybe I did have some baggage when Tanner and I were together, but I was just so hurt, I guess, that I didn't realize. I brush everything off, kind of. I'm really good at just being positive and like moving forward. So emotional baggage, but I was just got to a place where I was genuinely okay with being alone. I was like, you know what? I'm probably never going to have kids.
Aw. You were so young. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know, how was I, 30 when I, stepped away, or I was 29, I think. But it sounds negative, but it wasn't. I think it was such a beautiful place to come to of just this inner peace within myself.
Yeah.
Of I'm fulfilled. I take care of myself. I feel like I see that in you too. Like I just feel like this aura about you now where it's just so nice to be confident in yourself, which you are, have your own things going for you. You're close with your family.
Yeah, that's another one with I want someone to be close with their family.
Close with their family. You have amazing friends. You're also in this situation where you're like trying to weed out who you really want close to you in your friendships too. And I think that's also awesome. You can't spend your time everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I said this before, but it needs to be celebrated, like where you're at in your life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember too, like when you started that, what you were just saying, you were like, I think I had baggage when I met Tanner. It's like, listen, everyone's different too. All this stuff I'm saying, I wouldn't have been able to come on this podcast and say this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it all just depends where you're at. Like I've gone into things with baggage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like think back. So it's just where I'm at right now in my life.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at.
I love it.
I don't really need to keep going through this list.
No, I want you to
I want someone who wants kids. Obviously, we just talked about
Obviously.
kids, and I want him to be like, I like have a vision of him being like the coach of my kids' little sports teams. Like I want like an athletic dad.
Okay. Athletic zaddy. Send it.
The classic taking accountability for your actions, supporting women in their rights.
Yep.
Not intense, chaotic, clingy, or controlling.
That's important. The giggles.
This list is funny, actually.
No, let's hear it. I'm enjoying this.
So here's one thing I've learned about myself. This is in my notes, so I'm just going to read it.
Yeah.
Actually, it was told to me, so that's why it says like you overestimate. It's like third party, or not third party, third person. You overestimate how obvious your emotional needs are. You look composed, responsible, independent, and grounded. Men think you don't need anything. Emotionally available men may assume you're not looking for depth because you hide your vulnerability under competence. I feel like that's so, like, when that was told to me, I was like, wow, that
Someone
resonates.
rattled that off?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I think that's a them problem, not a you problem.
I mean, I could do a better job of like expressing my emotional needs and not acting like I don't need anything and like I'm hyper independent, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think
But I think I'm doing that by being very vulnerable on this podcast right now.
you are. You totally are. I mean, listen.
Because this is not easy, Amber.
What, the tree?
No.
You're doing a good job.
No, not the tree. Coming on a podcast and talking about dating and yourself and learning and like all this stuff. Like, these aren't easy topics.
They're not easy topics.
Well, and I just like to keep a lot of this like private, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because it's just
thanks
vulnerable.
for sharing.
No, of course, you're welcome. Of course, but I'm just saying it's vulnerable.
It is vulnerable. It is tough, and that's what I tell people too. I'm like, look, I know it can be scary, but I think the whole point I'm trying to make is, you just need to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that the dating scene is lacking is people are not being honest with themselves and other people. Mm-hmm. And there is a lack of accountability. Talking about accountability, I also talked about this on my solo episode. There's a twofold to sometimes situationships, right? And I think that's why there is so many situationships. The person staying, I take accountability for staying in something as long as I did. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean I wasn't wronged, but I chose to stay.
Yep, I chose it and I allowed it.
You allowed it, we allowed it, whatever. We are where we are now, and that's fine. But on the other side of things, I think that person needs to take accountability for not walking away when they should and letting something continue that doesn't serve either of you. Even if they're saying, oh, I don't want this, but you're still coming back for more. You know what I mean? Like, you need to take accountability, grow up, and like leave them alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with situationships, it's the classic, like, okay, which one of you has commitment issues and which one of you lacks self-respect?
Yeah.
Because that's what's keeping the attachment there with the situationship.
Yeah.
But I mean, with, just in general with the accountability, even situationship aside and just like full blown relationships, it's exactly that. It's like, listen, it takes two. I chose something. I went against my intuition. I allowed it.
Yeah.
I made poor decisions. Yeah, that does not take away from the fact that you're wronged and that you're treated poorly and whatever.
No.
The other person has their things to take accountability for too. But all you can do is just choose better next time.
Choose better next time.
Choose better next time.
That's wonderful. Let's go over your type really quick. Are you open-minded to
No.
No.
Just kidding.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. I'm being a brat.
No, you're not. It's okay if you're not.
I've dated, my 4 relationships that I talked about, high school, college, and 2 in Charlotte, all 4 are completely different human beings. Mm-hmm. The way they act, the way they look, the way they talk, where they're from. So
you got a shot.
I guess I am open-minded.
You are open-minded. I love that. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so rattle off just a few things that you...
We're talking physical?
Let's talk physical first.
Because I feel like I did a good job of talking non-physical, right?
You did do it. Let's talk physical then.
Physical, I just need someone taller than me, but I'm pretty short, so it's not that hard. I'm 5'4".
Okay, cutie.
I need someone older than me. Mm-hmm. I'm 33. I would like somebody, well, I don't know. I guess that's it, right? Tall. I don't really care about race. You can be white. You can be black. You can be brown.
Period.
Is that it? White, black, and brown. Oh my God. I don't care about your race.
That's important.
I don't care really where you're from. I mean, I would love I love a good New Yorker. I mean, you don't have to be from New York, but we are a certain type.
Be from New York.
We are a certain type of person.
Yeah.
Just, someone with confidence.
Yep.
I need someone to come in and just with pure confidence, a lot of humility, that just really wants to find their wife and have babies and have
someone who's ready.
Someone who's ready.
You need someone
Someone
who's
who's
ready.
not out partying on the weekends.
Yep. You don't have to have $5 million.
You don't
That
have
would
to
be
have $5 million.
awesome, but
If you do, that's great.
be humble.
Yeah.
You need someone humble.
Yeah. Humility's huge.
Would you date someone who's 5'8"?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, I think. I don't
Yeah.
really know how tall 5'8" is. I can't really picture it.
Well, you're 5'4".
As long as I can wear
4
heels,
inches-
I like to wear heels.
You can wear 4-inch heels. Still looking in the eye.
What's this, 4 inches?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As long as I can wear heels and you're still taller than me, we're good.
Okay, pop off 5'8" kings. Let's go. Okay, so someone's getting in your car. What song are you playing for them?
Oh God. Well, right now I'm on ooh, that's such a tough question because I can go in so many different directions. I'm like a hip hop girly at heart.
You
Okay. I love hip hop. I love rap. But lately, I don't know if this is because I'm like changing what I even like in life. I'm liking, I don't know. I'm liking like pop. I'm liking
Okay,
like,
cute.
like,
Just pick one song. What's your
can't.
favorite go-to right now? You love J. Cole.
I do love J. Cole, but he's not like I wouldn't play him for you in the car.
Okay, perfect. That's sacred. J. Cole's sacred to her.
I don't know. You know what song? It was Throwback Drake I was listening to yesterday that I was just vibing
I
out
was gonna
to.
say Drake. What?
Doing It Wrong.
Nice.
Super throwback song.
Okay, we're throwing that in the car. And then
Okay.
favorite date night spot in Charlotte.
Take me somewhere new.
Love that.
I like Supperland is really good.
Okay.
It's right near my house. Love that spot. I'll pick that. I'll pick Supperland.
If you are interested in taking Britt to Supperland, please apply at craftingchemistry.co or you can send us a DM. But it was lovely having you.
Thank you.
Your spirit is so warming.
Oh, thank you.
And I just
hope
love
this
ya.
wasn't too much. I feel like
No.
this is the least fun one, but that's okay because that's me, guys.
No, she's so fun. Don't let her even lie. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.